Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. And today's video is going to be a mommy care video again. You guys seem to like it. I got a lot of DMs about it, and I'm happy to share with you guys what makes motherhood much easier for me. And being in Australia and being away from family, a lot of this stuff is really helpful to people who are not able to get the certain amount of help. And yeah, I hope you like the video. This video will be all about postpartum care and what to do or how to deal with all the stuff that happens after the birth. Now, a lot of people don't tell you what happens after the birth. They just tell you, oh yeah, labor is painful, and yeah, we all know labor is painful, we all know your vag will be hurting, but they don't tell you all the details you actually need to know. So yeah, a lot of things go on after birth, and those are the things that you have to know as maybe a first-time mom, or even 2, 3, 4 kids after. Some people still learn a few stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know with my son that would have made life much easier that I know now. And yeah, I just want to share it with you guys. I'm so excited to share what helped me with my postpartum care, with both with my son and with my daughter. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks that that help me care for myself after having a baby. So it's really what's the word? Every pregnancy is different. Every postpartum care is different from everyone, because birth is unpredictable. The birth is not the same each time. You can have 5 kids and have a different kind of birth each time. So I have had both births. I've had a cesarean birth and I've had a natural birth. So I think I can share with you some good tricks and some good well, not tricks, some good tips on what helped me. So I've got my book here just so I don't forget, because I tend to forget a lot of stuff. So if I'm looking down, yeah, I'm just that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so I've got here products that made it easier for me to care for myself after, and just to make it more comfortable to heal after having my daughter. So there's so many things that go on afterwards that no one talks about. Like, for example, you get contractions after you give birth. Like when you're breastfeeding, if you have a natural birth, it didn't happen with my son, but if you have a natural birth, I don't know if it's after your first baby or what, but you get contractions even after you've given birth. So maybe like for a few days. So when your child breastfeeds, you will get like this tensing in your stomach. You might think, oh yeah, it's probably just like the pain or whatever, but yeah, you do get like little contractions after the birth. And sweating, I don't know if it's just me, or I actually sweat quite a lot when you're breastfeeding. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, comment down below if it was like that for you as well. But I feel quite hot all the time when I'm breastfeeding. It's just, I'll be like, oh, it's so hot, and my husband will be like, no, it's not. So yeah, so I'll get straight into it. So how to prep for your labor pains after or your after labor pains, your postpartum care. There's different pains that go on. So I'm making this video so you're not caught off guard. Like, there's some stuff for me that caught me off guard, and I was like, why didn't anyone tell me about that? So yeah, don't be that person. Watch this video and you're going to learn all that, what helped me. So I'll do it in 2 different areas. So your vag and breast pain. So yeah, those are the 2 areas I'm going to touch on today. I don't want the video to be too long, so if there's anything you want me to talk about or my experience or whatever, you can leave a comment down below, and yeah, I'll do that for you. So yeah, so the vagina pain after you give birth is there, like a baby just came out of there. So yeah, it's painful, and you know, I've got brain fart. Okay, I'll start with what you need. So you need granny panties. You don't want something that's too tight, and you don't want something that's too loose. So you just have to find that in between of comfort for you specifically. Some people like it really tight, some people like it really loose, but you have to keep in mind, if it's really loose, the amount of blood that comes out is excessive. If it's really loose, when you stand up, it'll all just run down your legs, and yeah, that's the reality. So it has to be tight enough where it will hold your pad, but also tight enough where it's comfortable for you. Especially if you have stitches, you don't want anything that's too, you know, that's too tight down there, but you want something that is going to hold everything together, so you know when you're walking, everything is nice and put together, and you know. Yeah, so yeah, granny panties. You will need pads, large pads, not your normal everyday pads, like large pads, absorbent ones that are going to absorb all the blood without leaving you wet, you know, and moist down there. So it's good to have a good quality pad. Some people use cotton wool if you've got stitches. I don't recommend that, because I feel like, you know, like cotton wool, when you rub cotton wool on like a wound, you know, those little stuff gets stuck, and yeah, that's not something you want. So you have to prepare for your vagina and your rectum to be sore. It will be sore because that part has gone through trauma, and you want to fix that, I guess. Yeah, and you want to be comfortable, so you have to prepare for that pain. You have the vaginal pain. It's not like a cesarean. All you need is just Panadol. Sometimes you don't need sometimes you don't even need Panadol, and you just, you know, tough it out. So yeah, it's just up to you. Panadol is good. My doctor didn't recommend ibuprofen, because some small amount can get into your breast milk and the baby drinks it, which gives them a bit of gas, but it's not that like harsh. But yeah, Panadol is just the best one for that. And yeah, so on the topic of pads, to make it more comfortable for you, you want to, you know, you get your pads. So I have this one here. It's not, this is like the hospital ones that they give you. So these are like the hospital ones, right? Yeah, so it's big. Can you see? It's like the size of my head. Now it's important that they don't have wings, because when they do have wings, when it's folded like that, it gives your blood can easily run out. So it has these, the maternity pads have these you know, it has like elastic-ish on the side. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see, the light is quite bright. Yeah, so that's what it is. So what you can do is you can make a padsicle. People make it differently. I found that for me, I don't like it too hard. So what I do is, you get a spray bottle, I put water in it. Some people put witch hazel, some people put aloe vera gel, but I didn't trust any product apart from water down there, so I didn't want to put anything. Some people put like witch hazel, well, all these essential oils and stuff. I don't do that, just water is good for me. I put water. Make sure your spray bottle is clean and you only use it for that purpose. You have your water, clean water, you get your spray bottle, you spray the pad. Make sure it's not too wet, otherwise it will be hard and it will be too uncomfortable for you. So you can wet it if you want like a really rock solid one, but I get a spray bottle, spray it on, and then put it in the, fold it up, put it back in the paper, and put it in the freezer. And you wear this after your bath, in the morning after your bath. You put it on for just like half an hour, 20-30 minutes, and by then it will be it won't be cold anymore anyway. So you want to take that out and throw it away after like 20-30 minutes. You don't want to keep it on for too long. If you want the comfort again, you just take a different one, you take another one and you put it there. An alternative for that is this ice booby I showed you in my previous mom and baby essentials. You freeze this, you put it in the freezer, and yeah, you put it down there and it will keep you cool, and it will make your down there feel what's the word, more comfortable, I guess. Yeah, so that's what this is for. Okay, so the second thing is that's the third thing. So you know that it hurts to pee. Your vagina has gone through trauma, so it will be bruised. If you've had an episiotomy, if you don't know what an episiotomy is, it is when they make that little snip. I'll put a picture right here. They make the little snip across the side for you to be able, for the baby's head to be able to come out better. And yeah, my baby's awake. Anyway, yeah, so that's what that is. So it hurts to pee, and the next thing I'll be in reference to peeing is the spray bottle again. So you have your water in this. I kept it besides the toilet, and when you pee, while you're peeing, you spray, or after you pee, you spray your area down there with clean water. It depends on what you like, warm water or cold water. It's up to you, that's your preference. You spray it down there and it will just, it will stop the sting, because it will sting. It will stop that sting. So yeah, in the topic, since we're already in the toilet, stool softeners. Stool softeners are good, especially if you've had a cesarean section. You don't want to put any strain on your wound. Also, if you've had episiotomy, you don't want any strain on your stitches, because they will rip. So you want to only go to the toilet when you need to. You don't sit on the toilet for more than 10 minutes. Also, that can lead to hemorrhoids if you sit on the toilet too long. And yeah, so you want to only sit on the toilet when you need to go. And when you go, if you've been taking stool softeners, you just have to sit and relax. You don't strain at all. You are going to injure yourself. So you just sit and allow your body to do the work, and everything you just relax all your muscles and everything will just flow out. Yeah, so I'll leave a list of some stool softeners here, and the ones that I used with my son and with my daughter. Okay, so you would never think that someone would be teaching you how to do number 2, right? But yeah, after you have a baby, you really need to be strategic when you go to the bathroom. You can't just go and plop yourself on the toilet and start doing your business. You have to be mentally prepared when you're going there, and you know that that's what you're going there for. Yeah. Okay, so another tip with when you're going to do a number 2, if you've had stitches or whatever, you get you know, your tissue, you wrap it around your 4 or your 3 or your 2, whatever, either you're on your 4, you wrap the tissue around like that, and you put pressure on your perineum. So that's the area between your rectum and your vagina. You put pressure there and then you release, so that you can pull without causing any strain on your wound. So that way it just makes you feel more secure that it's not going to rip or anything. That tip really helped me as well after I had my daughter, so that's a good one. So you have to keep the area clean as well. Every time you have a pull, every time you have a wee, you get your spray bottle and you spray that area and keep that area clean. Okay, so that's it for the vagina pain, and next we're going to the breast pain. You thought that vagina pain was the only thing that hurts after giving birth? Well, you thought wrong. There's so much more. But yeah, the next thing is breast pain. Breast pain is a whole new pain after childbirth. It's a whole new pain. For me, I feel like that was the most pain I was in, besides even the other pains that you have. The breast pain for me was the worst, and it's just crazy. Okay, so yeah, breast pain is a whole new pain, and if your baby latches well, you have to praise the breastfeeding gods, because that's like getting your baby to latch is always like a really hard thing for moms. It doesn't matter whether you're first, second, third time mom, getting your baby to latch is like crazy sometimes. Nipple pain. Nipple pain is real, it's painful, and it's no joke. So you really want to make sure that you take care of your nipples starting from the time your baby has its first latch on your breast. Okay, so we had to stop for a commercial break. My daughter had woken up, so she was screaming, so I'm sure you could hear her in the video. But yeah, I was saying, you need to take care of your nipples from the time your son or your daughter has their first latch on your nipple, so that you have to keep them moisturized so they don't crack, because when they crack, it takes a while for them to heal, because your baby keeps sucking on them. The suction that these little people have is so strong, so it will rip your nipple if it's dry. So keeping the nipple moisturized and crackless helps avoid nipple thrush, because when it cracks, bacteria enters the cracks from the nipple, and then you get nipple thrush, and then your baby gets oral thrush, and that's a whole new different kind of pain. When your baby has oral thrush and they latch onto your nipple, it burns, your nipple is red, your nipple is bleeding, your nipple, oh god, it's crazy. I had nipple thrush and it's no joke. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. It's greater than the vaginal pain you're going to feel after, so you want to take care of your nipples. So what I used on my nipples second time around was this lanolin. So this one is by Medela. So this particular one is 100% pure lanolin. So it has nothing in it or anything. It's just the lanolin inside, and you apply this to your breast each time you feed, after every feed, to keep your nipples moisturized. It's fine. You don't need to wipe it off before the baby sucks, so that's okay. You don't need to wipe it off before your baby sucks, so that's why I chose this one. You don't need to worry about all that. So yeah, this is lanolin. Lantino has one as well. It's just called Lantino. I'll insert a picture here as well for you guys to see. And yeah, it's really good. It keeps your nipples moisturized, they won't crack, and it just protects you from having anything, you know, like wrong with your nipple. Yeah. So the next thing that helped me with nipple pain is these breast discs. So this is a hydrogel breast disc, and it's by Rite Aid. You can see a little hand trying to reach for it. It's by Rite Aid. They are called hydrogel breast discs. So they soothe sore nipples, provide instant relief, and aid in the healing of broken skin. So if your nipples are cracked already, you can use this. They are sterile and they're hygienic, and they're approved by, you know, Australian Breastfeeding Association. So they're good for you. There's nothing that's going to harm your nipple. So what I did is I used to keep them in the fridge, and that way they're really cool. So the little packet looks like this, and inside is, well, I won't open it because then I'll be wasting, but it's like a silicone little, it's round, and it's like a silicone sheet that you put over your nipple, and it will stick to your nipple, and you can keep it there, and it will help you have relief from the nipple pain. If you don't have those, or yeah, if you don't have access to them, or you can't buy them, or you just don't want to, you can also use breast pads. These are breast pads, I'm sure. Yeah, so these particular breast pads are bamboo nursing pads, disposables. There's also the reusable ones. I've never tried them, but I've seen a lot of people selling them, and yeah, I've never tried them before. So these are the breast pads. So they look like that, and of course they're plastic at the back. They've got little sticky things, and yeah, so I just put them in my bra without removing the sticky things. It's easy to remove them and put them back. What you can do to help soothe your nipples, just like the way we did for the pad for the perineum pain, you get your spray bottle and you spray your breast pad, and you fold it back up, put it back in the sleeve, and put it in the freezer. When it's frozen, you put that in your bra, and it provides so much relief from the nipple pain. It's just amazing. So yeah, that's that. And also for engorgement, when your breasts are full and painful, that is one thing as well. It's really sore. What you can use is, you know, like maybe a hot water bottle, or this is the heat pack. It's the ones with the rice ones. So you put it in the microwave. It's the microwavable ones. I use this exact same one with my son, and I use it this time around as well for your back, for your everything. You can use this for your tummy, you know. It's really handy. Put in the microwave, put it on your chest, on your boobies, before you feed or before you pump your milk, and it's going to help the let down so that your breasts are fully emptied after your feed. So yeah, and I give more tips on the of the breastfeeding and the breastfeeding tools I used in this video. I'll link it right here so you can go and watch it. There's more on like the pumps I use and how to make it easier for you to pump after having the baby. So yeah, warm compress before, the warm compress is good before you feed, and the cold compress is good after you feed. What do you want? You want this? Yeah, so the warm compress is good before you feed to help that, and then the cold compress is good after you feed. So that's the end of all the tips I have, and just keep in mind everyone is different. If you want, I had a cesarean for my first baby. If you want tips on that, if you want me to do a cesarean versus a natural birth, healing tips and all that, I'll put a poll up if I can figure out how to do it. I'll put a poll up, and I'll see if you want to see that video, and I'll do it. Keep in mind everyone is different and everyone heals differently, and take it easy on yourself. Ask for help when you need to, and yeah, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed these little tips, and subscribe for more mommy content. And yeah, I hope you loved the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Can't believe I forgot to say that. I think I forgot to say that. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. It's free. Leave a comment, don't be shy. I'll reply to everyone. And yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I hope you like my tips and tricks. I hope they help you in your postpartum journey. I hope they help you in your postpartum journey, and that make life much easier for you. And yeah, see ya. Bye.